Hey everybody, today in this video we'll be looking at basic math. One of the reasons we use Excel so extensively in the real world is because it's one of the greatest calculators in the universe. The challenge is, of course, we need to understand formulas and how to make that happen. Since Excel has a great calculation engine, first we're just going to basically look in this video at really understanding those formulas and how to create them. So many of you know, obviously, the plus sign is for addition, the minus sign is for subtraction, the little star on the 8 key is your asterisk for multiplication, and then the slash down where usually the question mark is on your keyboard is for division. And if you need to raise a number to the power of something, you have to hit that little hat symbol on your 6 key, so shift 6, which is pretty universal for all keyboards. Now, these are just the basic symbols for math in Excel, and really kind of plugging around with different formulas will help you understand a little bit better how to use them and how to input them in formulas. So to start off, I'm going to show you how to multiply a cell by manually typing in the numbers. So for example, say we need to figure out the total worth of our 12 suede belts at a cost of $149.99. So we'd start off by going equals. Whenever we do a formula, we always start off with equals. And then we would type in $149.99 asterisk multiplication times 12. Hit enter, and we get our worth, just shy of $1,800. Now, that's a great way to do it, but it's a little slow and it's a little ineffective because what if we change our quantity to 18? Well, as you notice, it doesn't automatically update. So we would have to go through the whole spreadsheet again, go equals 18 times 149.99, and that can get really extensive if we're doing quite a large spreadsheet in multiple formulas at a time. So instead, what we would do is we'd get rid of that. We'd start with an equal sign again, but this time let's just click on the cell we want to multiply, so that would be B5, and then let's do the multiplication asterisk and then select the other cell. And you'll notice when we hit enter, we get that same number again, $26.99. But let's try this. Let's go into quantity and change that to 15. And look at what the worth is. You'll see that it automatically updates, and that's something very important to note. Also, with the cost, say we're selling them at a discount now and we're calculating the sale price for $89.99, hit enter, you'll notice that it automatically updates the end result as well too. And the great thing with making a little formula like this, we can essentially just grab this little right part of the cell and we can copy that right down, and when we do that, Excel automatically then looks at the two bottom cells underneath these two original cells and gives us a formula and a calculation. Same thing again here, and we can check that by double clicking this cell and seeing that yes, it is quantity times cost, which gives us the total worth. It's also important to note another key formula, which is called sum. So pretty much all sum does is just sum up the numbers that you include inside of the formula. So to do that, we would start off once again like we always do with an equal sign, and like we did before, we can click each individual cell, or we can manually type in the numbers: 15 plus 76 plus 54 plus 72. And yes, that would give us the sum, 217 items. But the formula we want to use is equals sum, and when you do that, you're always going to want to put a bracket after, and when you put that bracket, it shows you exactly what to do with the formula. So by number 1 and number 2, it's just asking for the two numbers that you want to start summing. So let's drag and copy these 4 cells and then put a bracket in between it to end the formula and hit enter. You'll notice that we still get 217, and if now we need to go through and maybe change that to 47, it automatically updates. Whereas before, all it would have had was the original numbers that we manually plugged in. So using formulas to their fullest extent not only cuts down time, but at the end of the spreadsheet or end of the assignment, whatever you're doing, it's going to give a much more accurate answer. Also, we could do that if we just copy and paste across. So remember how we were copying down before, holding these boxes? Now that we actually have the formula plugged in, we can physically just copy that right across And what it's going to do now is basically look at all the cells up here like it was doing. Oops, let's hit undo. And basically it's going to do exactly what it was doing here before. It's just going to point to these cells up here and then copy that right across. Yeah, that's pretty much all you need to know about basic math. Some other good functions we'll get into later, like if and you know, a few other really good ones. And yeah, that's all you need to know for now. Take care.